no opponent. There's no. You're against yourself in there. You know what I mean? I just focus on what I'm gonna do and what I'm doing in training, and that's it. I just keep a calm mind and go in, look to be creative, and let things happen naturally. You know, I don't think too much about the other guy.
Have you watched his fights a lot? Or
I watch a little bit. Yeah, I don't like to watch too much. A little bit. The first round of his last one against the judo guy I watched. I don't watch too much of him now.
And you're talking about, you know, proving to the world. You proved to Ireland. I think what Frank said as well before is you proved to Ireland. Now you have a chance to prove to the rest of the world. Yeah. And I think that's a lot what the Swedes had to do. Now the UFC's been here once, coming back again, but last time was exactly that. Sweden proving that we have worthy mixed martial arts. Do you feel like you're a front runner, so to speak, for Ireland?
Yeah, I'm definitely leading the pack, and I'm going to go in there and represent my country. You know what I mean? I'm going to rock that tricolour with pride. And no matter what happens, because anything can happen in there as well, we love this game. You know what I mean? Anything can happen on the night. I'm going to go in and fight until it's over, and wear my heart on my sleeve. And I can't lose then. You know what I mean? I can only win then. So I'm looking forward to going in and fighting with pride. You know what I mean? The pride of my country behind me.
Do you expect a lot of Irish people to be here?
Yeah, there's a good few coming over that I know of.
Yeah. Ryanair thing going, or
Ryanair?
I don't know. I don't know about that now, but I know Gunny, the Icelandic. They like the airlines people have like planes for him, or they organise deals and they fly them all. So he had like 3 planes coming over. That'd be a great thing if that happened. Maybe in the future. I mean, again, I'm the first guy. You know what I mean? So I'm looking to bring mixed martial arts to the Irish public. You know, and show them a true martial artist in myself.
We've seen great boxers come out of Ireland. Wayne Pocket Rocket, my colleague, who you know as well, lives in Vegas, works for the UFC, worked at least for the UFC, and we've seen plenty of great boxing out of Ireland. Mixed martial arts, how big is it in Ireland?
It's grown every day. We have a long history of boxing. You know, we've had some great boxers over the years, some great world champions, and our Olympians are some of the best in the world. You know what I mean? So
and Muay Thai as well. You got great Thai boxers out of Ireland as well.
Yeah. Again, we're lovers of combat in our country. You know what I mean? This is why I'm proud to be here and proud to fight in the purest form of combat. You know what I mean?
It'll be fun.
I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna fight. You know, I'm gonna put on a show. Trust me on that. People can say all they want about. I haven't fought UFC caliber opponents, but I am a UFC caliber opponent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna prove that, and it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
So are we.
Yeah, we're looking forward. That's like we said. It's one of the fights we're looking forward to. Yeah, Bruno, Cage Rage, right?
Cage Warriors.
Cage Warriors.
Yeah.
You're fighting Cage Rage or Cage Warriors?
Cage Warriors.
Cage Warriors as well.
We have at the same show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's it like? Were you fought in England before? Have you fought in Ireland?
No, I fought in Wales Wales, England, but I haven't fought
very
in
well.
Ireland. Yeah.
Done real good.
They're gonna have a show in July.
June 1st. Cahill is defending his belt. Yeah.
May, June, and July. It's May 3rd, no, May 4th, June.
Oh, they have
Yeah.
serious amount of shows. Now, Cage Warriors is a top quality promotion. You know, like Frank said earlier about Irish opponents, and I beat Irish opponents. And what he said something like that, but you know what I mean. The top quality opponents, guys that are on Cage Warriors, they're not just Irish opponents. You know what I mean? Bruno's a top quality opponent that fights on Cage Warriors. Guys that have come from Cage Warriors have had the Cage Warriors title: Mike Bisping, Dan Hardy, Bigfoot Silva, Ross Pearson. A lot of UFC guys, you know what I mean? And I've gone in and I've held 2 belts at the same time. Held the lightweight belt, 155 pound, and the featherweight belt, 145 pound.
At the same time?
At the same damn time, yeah. So you know what I mean?
You like to fight.
And I never fought an Irish guy for those belts, you know what I mean? So I've been fighting. My last opponent was 21 wins, 3 losses, you know what I mean? That's a serious record in MMA, 21 wins, 3 losses. His only losses were decision losses to a man, the other Swede that's on the card, Coruscant. He decisioned them.
Lost decision to Akira.
Another UFC guy, Anton Quivanine, I think he was cut, but he only decisions. You know what I mean? I stopped him in 1 round. So people can say what they want about opponents, and I haven't fought lack of opponents, and I can say what I want as well. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you can say it all you want. It's about going in and showing it, and that's what I will do on Saturday night. Trust me on that. I'm going to go in and I'm going to show.
We're looking forward to it. I like this. I like the mentality. I like the confidence.
That's what I was saying earlier about this fight. Is that I like the mental game both guys are playing outside the cage,
Yeah.
and then how they're both going to approach this fight no matter what. Because Marcus is one of those guys that always raises he always makes an exciting fight no matter what. And obviously, he's an exciting fighter as well. So it's going to be one of those things where everything's going to kind of, let's find out whether, am I the small, in this case, am I the big fish in the small pond, or am I the medium-sized fish that's now in everybody's pond? Like, which one am I? And then now
I'm the champ.
You know, so it's one of those games you kind of figure out. That's why I like, especially with the matchmaking in the UFC, because they grab guys like, I'm not real sure. I'm not real sure about him, but it's going to be a great fight. See what happens. Like I was saying earlier, stop looking at the names. Pay attention to the fight itself. And the fight's going to be fireworks. That's why I want to be paying attention to this fight, because I want to see what's going to happen. I'm interested in how this whole thing pans out.
Oh,
Do we think it could be the fight of the night?
You're hoping so this week.
No, I'm not hoping for fight of the night. To me, a fight of the night is a loss. I'm looking to dominate. I'm not looking for fight of the night. Fight of the night to me, fight of the night must make the contest close. I'm not going in just to take part. I'm going in to dominate. So fight of the night to me is second place. So I'm looking for the finish. I'm looking for some sort of.
That is good.
There should be a performance of the night. There should be a performance of the night. A fight of the night. Fight of the night is great. Don't get me wrong. I love a good fight of the night. But to me, a fight of the night is not what I'm after. I'm looking for a performance of the night, sub of the night, KO of the night.
I was going to be a bit prejudiced and say that for me, fight of the night is sort of like an Irish fight, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. It's going to be blood in there.
You fought in England and Wales. You're from Ireland. You fought in England. What is it about the Ireland breed? What's up with you guys out there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You just like it.
They're like America's Hawaii.
Yeah,
They're
island people.
Like their entire establishment as a country was a fight to begin with, and they've been fighting their entire lives, and all they do is fight. They're raised. Their great grandfathers fought. Their grandfathers fought. They fight. It's the mentality. You go over there. I go to Dublin every other year. And
I've seen you a few years ago.
It's amazing over there.
Was
I keep
it nice
going back.
year?
I was supposed to go this year. I couldn't.
Years ago, I saw you out of
it's so much fun.
outside of a nightclub. Yeah.
I
was like, hey, Frank Clean, man. I was taking.
Temple Bar.
Yeah, just down on Temple Bar. Yeah. Just down on Temple Bar.
Was I standing up or was I on my knees?
And then they started a fight outside the
I was like, oh, Frank Clean. I was like, getting a piece of him.
Yeah, so I because of that mentality. Like you walk in there and everyone in there is like, okay, and it's not new school like we have in America. Where a guy drops and a gun comes out, a knife comes out, someone's got a bat.
I wouldn't call that new school. I think
It's old school is now they come in and like you go to fight breaks out. Okay, all right, a beer. You check the tree. Okay, here's a beer. Like, that's the end of it. It's over.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that mentality about a whole culture where they're like, we'll fight tooth and nail every day, every time. But at the end of it, it was just a fight. We're okay. We'll move on to something else. So it's fun for me to go over there, and that's why I like watching Irish fighters when they make the jump out of the organizations into like back then it was Strikeforce and now it's the UFC. When they jump up, it's like, what are they going to do and how's it going to work? Because the passion that you see from these guys, that's what makes the fight.
Can I name one more Irish fighters that we should keep our eyes on and that we should look forward to seeing in the future?
Hey man, my whole gym, the gym is full of guys. I'm the first, but I'm gonna kick in the door. You know what I mean? I'm gonna open the door for my country, man. We're gonna be flooding the place soon enough. You know what I mean? So if I was to give you names out of the gym, Cathal Pendred, cage-wise welterweight champ. Yeah. Bruno fought him, had a great fight with him. Paddy Houlihan, another, he's heading over. He's a bantamweight 10-0.
I was gonna say, had to be
Paddy. He's 10-0 bantamweight. He's heading over to the Ultimate Fighter trials, the 135 with the women and men. So, man, that's a star in the making. Phil Mulpey there, man. The gym is full of talented guys, and guys that wear their heart on their sleeve. You know what I mean? The guys that the UFC want, and I'm looking forward to hopefully ushering in. You know what I mean? Getting us all in there and start making a few quid. You know what I mean? I'm not as familiar with the American sports, but of course I'm familiar with Michael Jordan. He was a legend of the game. His talk on the court, not so much why did he taunt his opponent, or
he did a lot.
Yeah, again, this is all just confidence. It's hard to be humble when you are the best. It is as simple as that. If you have supreme confidence in your ability, if you are outworking, if you are surrounded by your competition and you are looking around and you are better than these people, and you are outworking these people, and you are outmoving these people, it's hard not to let your confidence take over. It just builds and builds and builds, and I'm sure that was the same with Michael Jordan. And any top-level athlete, there's always the same. There's always that hint of arrogance there, that hint of cockiness. You must be insane to your game, and I'm sure that is what he was, and that is what I am as well. I don't know about nothing else. I don't know about other sports. I simply know about fighting. I have tunnel vision to this game. I know about movement, so I definitely have watched some basketball and admire their movement and their explosiveness. Of course I am familiar with Muhammad Ali. You don't just have him here. He is global. He is the man. Muhammad Ali was a guy that done what had not been done before. Changed the face, not only the face of his game, but the face of the world. You know, he was outspoken. He fought for what he believed in, and that he was charismatic. He was a legend, a hero, and I looked up to him. One of my first heroes was Muhammad Ali. When I was 11 years old, there was a group of people and they tried to attack me, and a fight broke out, and it was just me and one guy before everyone else jumped in on me. But we were fighting each other, and I slipped a punch, and I shuffled my shoulders and said Muhammad Ali and threw a shot, and he rolled under the shot but fell into a knee, and I ended up on top of him. So I'm at the calling myself Muhammad Ali, and I'm punching him in the head, and then somebody came in and tried to kick me, and then a whole group of them came in, and it was just a big fight, but it was me against 6 of them, and I ended up getting my ass whooped. But
for that first guy, you whipped him out and said Muhammad Ali.
I done the Ali shuffle. I'm only 11 years old. I done the Ali shuffle, threw a left hook. He rolled under the left hook, which if it was good of him to roll. He saw it coming and rolled under it, but he rolled right into a knee. Yeah, I was prepared. I was studying tape. So no, so definitely Muhammad Ali was a hero of mine. The way he carried himself, and some people have come. I know what I am capable of. There's been a lot of talk, a lot of hate. Is the word? Is the term that's I've heard a lot, but I don't really care. You know, the whole division can hate me. The whole roster can hate me. The whole of America can hate me. I only need one American to love me, and that's Mr. Benjamin Franklin. As long as he loves me, I am good.
I don't know. It's been a crazy journey. Like last night, we shut down the Vegas Strip. I'm walking down the Vegas Strip, and there's smoke. Like there's camera. Like it was literally like a scene out of a Hollywood film. There's cameras. There's smoke coming out. There's about 50 Irish people with Irish flags screaming behind me all the way down the Vegas Strip. I'm thinking I was collecting the social welfare about 2 years ago. You know what I mean? It's absolutely madness. So I like to take it in and be grateful for it and enjoy the ride.
Have you been able to do that? It's so different. You've been pulled in so many different directions. Have you been able to step back and kind of analyze these last 2 years?
You know, I enjoy work. I enjoy it. I don't want to be nowhere else. That's what I was saying to my guy yesterday. I was listening to the first episode of Embedded. Jose has his kid and his wife, and they're going to miss him, and he can't wait to be home. I feel better at work. I enjoy work. You know what I mean? So I don't have nothing else but this, and I don't want nothing else but this. So that will be the difference I feel. You know, I want to be here. I enjoy being here. I don't feel he does.
Are you kind of planning on that going forward? No, like growing family, no marriage, all that stuff. This is going to be your life for the next
right now, I am married to the game. I'm married to this game. So you know, I have a girlfriend. I have my family, of course, but I am married to the game right now.
You talked about the welfare that you had been on prior to your first UFC fights and all, and I was wondering if having that experience, having been there in the past, if it keeps you hungry, getting what you have now and remembering those days.
100%. Like I said, I don't ever forget about it. I never ever forget. Never ever forget where I came from or what I came through. And definitely keeps me motivated. And one thing that I noticed with other people, maybe when they start getting a taste of the finer things, that's when comfort sets in. But for me, I almost get more uncomfortable the more good things come in, because I must push on and continue and get more. It must be constant.
You talked about the first trip that you had to Vegas. I remember you rode with the Don in the Ferrari. Do you have your own this time around?
No, not yet. We'll see though after this one. I might have 4.
The travels that you had to Brazil, it seemed like the locals were starting to embrace you there a little bit. What was the gist that you got from being in Brazil those
Yeah,
few
you know,
days?
it is what it is. They're passionate people. They want to see their boy win. They want to go at me, you know. They want to fight me as well as I want to fight them. But to be honest, they are passionate people. They enjoy the sport, and it is what it is. They they definitely love me. Make no mistake. They might not admit it now, but they will admit it after.
What did you think about your Q&A session there at the big press conference?
I've had a few Q&As with them now. It's not really a Q&A, it's just a verbal onslaught, but I enjoy it, and I give as good as I get.
Did you get a sense how big your opponent is in Brazil?
Not particularly. I got more boos than he got cheers, if that makes sense. So, you know, I don't care about anything like that really, you know. I'm just going to do my business. As far as how big, size-wise, I towered over him. I'm going to maul him. I'm going to go in and just break him down bit by bit. You know, for me, I've never been hurt once in my career. I've never even been phased, or I've never even taken a back step once in my career, you know what I mean, on the feet in exchanges. Honestly, it tickles me when the featherweights hit me, you know what I mean? It doesn't hurt me one bit. I don't feel nothing. So I'm going to march him down and break him down.
Conor, you talk about you don't forget where you came from. A lot of us don't really know what your life was like when you were a kid. You know, Manny Pacquiao grew up and lived in a cardboard box for a while. And that was literally where he lived. Like, can you tell us a little bit about your background and sort of where you came from, how life was like for your family as you were growing up?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I was not living in a cardboard box. We lived okay, you know. We got by. No one never had a lot of money, but we done okay. But as a man, it's not about like, you need to get your own money. And I was 22, 23, 24, and I was just doing this, training, and didn't know what I was going to do really, you know, whether it was going to pay off. And so there's obviously little thoughts in your head that this doesn't pay off, what am I going to do? Am I going to teach fitness classes? You know what I mean? I don't want to be doing stuff like that. So I don't know, I just stuck with it, and it paid off for me. But I was not living in a cardboard box like mine, you know. My parents done well. They worked hard for me, my mother and my father. They worked hard to give me a good upbringing.
Do you take after them? And second question on that, how did they respond to the, like what we might call your craziness, all your, you know, your over the top comments and the stuff that comes around? How does your family react to that? Do they say that's Conor, or is that like a character that's...
No, it's no character. It's no character. That's who I am. I'll speak the truth, you know what I mean? I like to have a little bit of fun as well, but it's no character. If the cameras were here, if the cameras weren't here, I am still the same.
You've been having a little fun with Aldo and some of those stare downs, particularly the last one that showed up on Embedded. You were able to hear you kind of prodding at him a bit. Do you feel like you're kind of awakening a sleeping giant at all?
I don't know. I feel fear has a strong stench.